when the wearing pants, he would like to thank all his neighbors for making Saturday's yard sale such a success.
Okay, Paul, wait a minute. Thank you. Welcome to the show. I just thought of something great. I have a wonderful idea. I don't do this very often. Paul, something up from Fiddler on the Roof. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Welcome to NBC, the home of pointless behavior. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I have a message for the people who are now watching a repeat of the show in the year 2015. People watching the rerun of the show in the year 2015. You see, I wasn't always fat and bald. Again, Paul, something up from Fiddler on the Roof. Hit it! Oh, hi, Barry. Okay, well, here was, all right. This was kind of interesting and sad, but what can you do at this point? The Exxon oil spill now, as I understand it, is larger, covers a greater area in the ocean than does the state of Rhode Island. Isn't that amazing? However, the governor of the state of Rhode Island, Edward DePreet, said, it may be bigger than we are, but we have better restaurants and movies. The Jones Brewing Company in Pennsylvania. What beer do they brew? In, huh? What? Thank you. All good answers. Anyway, they are eliminating now their twice-a-day free beer breaks for their employees. Apparently, this had been a policy of the company since they had been in business. If you worked for the Jones Brewing Company, twice a day, you got free beer. Well, that program is now gone. And I understand Exxon is considering doing the same thing in their company. No. No. Oh, okay, what the hell? No. What's this, a camera? Hello? What, is it on? Where do you turn it on? Young lady! We have some phone lines open, so give us a call. What a program.
Kind of upset me, Dave.
What's that?
Have you heard what they're calling Roseanne Barr's show in Hollywood now?
No.
230-something. I think that's, you know, a little...
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
That's terrible.
Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great show. It's sort of spring-like. It's like 60 degrees here in New York.
Very nice out there.
And just when you thought the age of television miracles had passed, did you think that? Comes to my attention now that tonight we're participating in launching of another television miracle. You know, about a year ago, NBC started television stereo. Is that right, Paul?
Yes, well, it was about 3-4 years ago.
And this program, as well as all programs on NBC, are broadcast in stereo, but it's kind of lame stereo. You know, it's like stereo if you bought a stereo from Mattel, that kind of stereo. But tonight, I understand, are we the first show to be broadcasting in this morning?
I think the first show in this building, yes.
How many shows are there in this building?
I think the first show on NBC, yeah.
The first show on NBC. Are you positive of that?
The Super Bowl and us. So we're the first regular show on NBC.
I see. So other than the Super Bowl, tonight is the first broadcast of a television program on this network in Dolby Sound.
No kidding. Broadcasting in Dolby Sound. How will that affect the...
I don't know. I don't know anything about... I don't even know what Dolby is.
Some sort of noise reduction, I understand.
I thought it was some kind of Wisconsin cheddar cheese. Well, Hal...
Yeah, Dave.
This is our director, Hal Grunwald. Hal, are we in... Huh? Huh?
It's Gurney.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Are we in Dolby now, Hal?
No.
Are we going to switch into it?
Sure.
All right. Can we watch that?
Yeah.
All right. Just go ahead and Carl, can you go in there? And we'll actually see the transformation as it takes place from regular, cheap, lousy, horrible stereo into regular, cheap, lousy stereo with Dolby.
Dolby.
Gosh, looks like somebody's it's moving day here at NBC. And this is the audio control room. This is, I guess, the audio board. This is like Das Boot, isn't it? All right. No, wait a minute. Okay, now, is that actually the switch? We'll go into Dolby? All right, Anton, a small drum roll, please. All right, go ahead. Plunge us into Dolby. Now, at home, people will notice a difference?
You're asking?
I don't know. Is that the deal?
I'm sure that it's, once that switch was pressed, I bet the whole thing cleared up.
Different
the whole
presence?
Sound perspective probably
Concert
cleared
hall
right
clarity?
up. Less signal-to-noise ratio.
Higher. That's what I was hoping for.
Higher signal-to-noise ratio.
And you have a little demonstration, especially for our... All right.
Yes, I do.
This is a sound effect, Paul?
This is a sound effect. This is a taxiing jumbo jet running over a monkey.
Now, wait a minute. This is like a 747?
This would be, yeah.
And it's landing and taxiing?
It has landed, it's taxiing along the runway. It runs over a monkey.
Right.
Taxiing 747 runs over a monkey.
All right.
In Dolby sound.
Well, excuse me, Paul, what airport are we talking about?
This is the busiest airport in the world, Chicago's O'Hare Airport.
Okay. O'Hare.
Taxiing jumbo jet runs over a monkey.
All right. Start
Dolby
your
sound.
audio recorders now.
Higher signal-to-noise ratio.
Here we go.
Here we go. Dolby sound.
Very nicely done. Dolby. We're now in Dolby. If there's an extra chill in the air, kids, it's our Dolby.
Clear-headed myself.
I find that hard to believe. But, you know, did you have a lovely weekend?
I had a nice time. Celebrated my girlfriend's birthday.
How old a woman is she?
Well, I don't want to give away on
Well, let me
national
guess.
television.
She's 26?
Yeah, she's 26, yeah. But we had a very, very nice weekend. We had a carriage ride in Central Park.
Oh, really? Well, that's sweet.
Crazy
Congratulations.
Stuff. How was your weekend?
It was fine. I didn't do anything, but it was fine. I had a nice time.
No, I mean, how was your weekend, Dave?
It was fine. I didn't do it. No, Paul, I don't have a story. No, I see. Oh, I don't have a story. Hi, kids. I'm sorry. Paul, look what you've done. I don't have a story.
What?
I didn't do anything. Kids, I'm awfully sorry. There is no story time tonight. I don't have a story. I just hung around the house. I'm sorry. All right, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. All right, I did help my neighbors give their dog a tick bath. Okay? Is that a story? There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming by. Nice to see you. You see, Paul, I didn't really... That's a mistake, you see,
So you
because
didn't
I
really
didn't have a story.
I guess it was my mistake.
Yeah,
I
you went
thought
ahead
you had
and cued the story time, and we're all a little excited because of this Dolby nonsense tonight.
Yeah, I'm feeling much clearer.
Here's our top 10 list from the home office in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Sooner State, by the way.
The what?
It's the Sooner State.
The Sooner State.
Sooner State.
Sooner rather
one
than
of the great cogs of the wonderful, dynamic, powerful Southwestern machine here in this country.
Sooner rather than later.
The category is top 10 least popular European tourist attractions. People now considering their European trip, European vacation for the summer. Here would be a list of the least popular European attractions. So save your time, save your money when you deplane in Oslo. Here we go. You understand the category, don't you, Paul?
I guess if somebody was going to be going to Europe, there would be a lot of attractions that would be the most popular that a lot of people would go and see. And these would be the least, the list of the 10 least popular. Is that?
I can't take it. Turn off the Dolby. Let's go home. Number 10, Alpine Spit Flumes. Number 9, Richard Dawson's birthplace. Well, that might be kind of nice. Number 8, live on stage tribute show Abamania. Number 7, Athens Airport unclaimed luggage grab bag. Number 6, Senor Wences bed and breakfast. I don't think so. Number 5, Bavarian Beer Hall walk-in eye surgery clinic. do you like your eggs? Well, over easy, Johnny. Number 4, Vatican batting cage. Number 3, the Von Trapp family's hissing, spitting monkey farm. Number 2, Wet and Waldheim. Number 1, Six Flags over Lapland. There it is. Hi. Welcome back to the program. Nice to have you here. It is. It was like 60 degrees today in the city, and then it rained this morning and very foggy last night. And I understand they're forecasting rain tonight. Is that correct? Have you heard that?
I heard they're forecasting rain.
Yeah,
tonight.
so we're dead in the throes of a typical spring here in New York City.
And you know, when March comes in like a lion...
Roars in like a lion and then...
goes out like a whatever.
And guess what? On top of everything else, I didn't set my clocks.
Oh, so did you come to work an hour early?
I don't know. It's instinctively now, that's how I'm acting, because I unplugged all my clocks and it reads 12 noon. Every clock in my house is 12 noon. I can't be troubled with this. I'm a busy guy. Excuse me. Our first guest tonight, a very funny man who seems to be everywhere you look these days. Boy, that's certainly true. He's on television. Richard Lewis. Here he is. We're aware of this or not, but earlier, just before we began tonight's telecast, members of our studio audience saw you shirtless.
No.
Yes.
Well, I was doing a Jewish Nova episode, and it was like, can a comic be, can a Jewish comic actually take his shirt off before a Letterman show?
You were standing right out there in the hallway talking with me about Lord knows what, and people, about a third of our audience, saw you undressed.
Well, what am I going to do?
Well, I don't know. I just thought
Should I bring a bib in case of an emergency?
I just thought it was odd behavior prior to the...
Hey, you're a hot crowd. Aren't they a hot crowd?
A lovely audience.
Aren't you a hot crowd?
Anyway.
That was sort of like, it sounded ingenuine only because we're having this discussion, and I felt, quite frankly, you guys went into the black hole for a minute, and I got scared.
No, it sounded ingenuine because we're in Dolby. Now,
oh, yeah.
But anyway, congratulations. This is terribly exciting, Richard.
I'm sort of a primetime kind of guy for a while, huh?
Well, you're in a TV show that every week it's in the top 10. You came out of nowhere. I mean, the show did, and boom, you're on, and now it's a very big success.
And I have my first kiss after 41 years in acting next week.
Really? On-screen kiss?
Well, yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis, and quite frankly, it was sort of humiliating because I milked it, I must say. I did. I mean, we did the kiss, and then I drooled a little bit after the first take. Then I actually had some lox, onions, and eggs before the show, and then the camera zoomed in. There was that salmon hanging between my teeth. So it took about an hour and a half. Ooh. Those band ad libs. You need like a banthosaurus. What did that mean, actually?
What was... now tell me about the show. I have not had a chance to see it yet, although I'm sure I'll see it soon.
Yeah, well, you have 2 more weeks to see it, Dave. Otherwise, I'll have to send you those Bolivian bootlegs. It's, you know, I play a journalist, and I just did you for a minute. It's the only impression I've ever done. And yet, it could have been Abe Vigoda, let's face it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good show, and Jamie Lee's
you
terrific.
and Jamie Lee are...
I'm a journalist, and she's a researcher, and we're in Chicago, and we're in a magazine, and...
It's an 80s kind of couple deal?
No, we're just sort of like flirting hopefully the first 3 or 4 years. We'll have foreplay in 1992, and then I plan to have TV sitcom intercourse in 1998.
Wow.
Frankly, yeah. And I might have that premature TV sitcom ejaculation, but let's face it, that happens. But as long as you have your health. No, you know, I mean,
as long as you have your health.
No, if you have foreplay for 8 years on TV, how good can you be in bed?
Hamina. And, but anyway, now, Richard, you're a big deal. No, yes, you are, because what we do here is like little nickel and dime mom and pop stuff. But prime time, it's tens of millions of people see you every night.
Well, nothing will change me. I'm not going to do those, like, those shows, you know, we have like ABC versus NBC. I'm not going to be, maybe I'll be in the circus of the depressed stars. I'll do that, you know? I'll put my head inside the mouth of a therapist. Maybe I'll do that. I'm not going to be with, you know, like I went to see a play, you know, like Phantom, and everybody had the flu, and the cast of Facts of Life were there, you know, kind of thing. So I'm not going to be like with Mindy Cohn, whatever. She's a good actress. I mean, I don't mean to mock you, but I mean, I don't want to be like...
It sounds a bit like you were mocking her.
Well, it did sound like a mock, because, you know, they might do those ABC, NBC things. I'm going to be like going through a giant sausage casing with Mindy Cohn. You know, I'm not doing that. Although a toy company did approach me to come out with a Richard Lewis doll.
Oh, there's a lot of money in marketing.
Mr. Clammy. What do you think of this, Mr. Clammy?
Clammy.
Yeah. It just sweats. This thing just sweats.
Yeah.
And you clap your hands, and it like bangs its head against the wall, you know. Peg leg is optional, the whole schmear.
What about your family? How does your mom feel about this? Because you've been in show business for a long time, and you've certainly achieved a certain measure of fame, but I think now this is really the big boost for you.
Well, she doesn't understand. She never laughs when I'm on your show or on HBO.
Like the rest of America.
Well, well, that's nice. Is that nice?
I didn't mean that pertaining to you. I meant that regarding our show.
Oh, no. Oh, did you really?
Yes, that's honestly how I meant that.
It was a communication.
Yeah, it was self-deprecating.
But she doesn't understand. She calls me up after, say I have a particularly nice shot or a good shot on your show. She'll call me up. Well, they seem to have liked you.
Yeah.
That's not good, you know. So, but she likes the sitcom, and yet she's reading. I was in The Star. One of those rags.
Already?
Yeah, and she said, she calls me, and she believes she says, did Mary Magdalene really visit you backstage at the Letterman show? You know, so that's scary. But she doesn't, you know. I don't know. I don't care. I just want to have my
What about dating? Has your dating life settled down at all? Are you seeing someone now?
No, I can't feel good about dating. I want to just get I want to feel good about myself psychologically. I mean, I have a low self-esteem problem.
I know you
dates
do.
Back.
I know.
Look, you know when people always talk, where were you when, you know, when John Lennon got, you know, darn it, you know, passed away, and Kennedy. My family goes, where were you when Hello Larry was canceled? That's sad, you know. So that's where we're. So. I don't know. I grew up in a, you know, Bob Cratchit was my role model growing up.
Well, see, there you go. That's going to be tough.
But I was talking to my family. I went to a little reunion, like my bar mitzvah, which was a drag. You know, they usually have like ice sculptures of like swans, and they had
very elaborate, very ornate.
They literally had these 2 ice sculptures of a couple wringing each other's necks, which was sort of stuff. And then my mother gave me this grandfather clock, like an antique, from my house in L.A. And actually the clock has bad breath. I mean, my grandpa, the clock, and it would come, a little bird came out, and it was like a low self-esteem clock. It would come out like at 2 o'clock and go, "You'll never live up to our expectations. You'll never live up to our expectations."
That's sad. So you're not really to blame. How could you blame? You blame. We are going to do a commercial, and
really?
Then we'll continue. With us, Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Right on after Wednesday nights.
It's on after Roseanne, and
two of the biggest shows ABC has.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, that's a pretty good deal.
You know, Roseanne, I toured
and you
with...
deserve this success
because
because
I don't know. I'm an old man. I don't know.
Yeah, you're an old man.
Well, I am. I'm your age, you know.
Well.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you very much, circus boy. Thank you. I don't know what that means. I just had to have something to say. And
no, I feel circus.
All I could think of was circus boy.
That was a good show. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Later, went on to become one of the Monkees.
That's the guy who was
Mickey Dolenz was circus boy. Is that right, Paul?
That is correct, isn't it?
Thank you very much. Yes. Now, Richard, I know a little bit about your life, that you have dated and been involved with and lived with, I think, actresses.
I have, because I live out in L.A., you know, I'm not a,
They're thick out there, aren't they?
But there's a lot of actors. Well, why not, you know?
Yeah.
But I've had it. I mean, it's just a nightmare. I lost the last 3 to witchcraft, which I'm not happy about, you know.
Wait, you mean they developed an interest in the occult and left you for
You know something? I was on the show with Boggs, you know, Boggs.
Wade Boggs?
Yeah. His ex or whatever.
Margot Adams?
Yeah. And she was shoplifting during the show, which was sort of a frightening thing.
You hate to see that, don't you?
But you know, he called the FBI. Look, I don't know him at all. I'm not putting him down because I don't even know him. But he called the FBI. I mean, breaking up with someone, calling the FBI to me. What a pisser that is. And I mean, Jameson, FBI, Intercourse Division. I mean, I don't understand how that's going on.
He turned her into the FBI?
Yes, he did. But, you know, I'm paranoid. Now with the sitcom on, you know, prime time, it's frightening, quite frankly.
Well, you're out there. You're right in their homes.
How much people are coming over to me saying, come to the Apple Butter Festival with us now, kind of thing. And, but, you know, and I'm afraid believe me, I sort of like a kindred spirit. I'm not in show business. I just came to show business just to express myself. I have no idea what show business means. But now I'm afraid if I meet an actress, she'll, you know, and I'm a nut. Like at home and alone or in bed, you do things that are crazy.
Sure.
And you think that there'll be a book coming out like a week later. You know, that kind of paranoia, like, oh, you do whatever you want, Rich, it's fine. You know, and then 3 weeks later, and I just spit on you, and I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
You know, 3 weeks later, he made me call his PP King of Kings kind of thing, you know. So I'm frightened. But I don't know. I'm just... Sex went downhill with this.
Don't use that word again, all right?
What? Oh, peeping? Oh,
You did it again.
Are you getting a heart attack?
No, I'm not.
Heimlich. No, I don't know that. No, Heimlich is for a bone, isn't it? I don't have no idea.
Don't use that word either.
I don't know either. So I had problems sexually because, you know, if you're angry at your lover, then your sex goes really to Tijuana.
Yeah,
I mean, forget about it. And, although I think it's hard to be, and I'm a very monogamous guy when I'm in love, but when you look, I saw a Lorne Green repeat the other night, a rerun.
Bonanza?
Yeah. No, wildlife thing. I don't know. It was about yaks or
After
something.
Bonanza.
Yeah, way after.
Yeah.
And, you know, and the thing that's so amazing about these wildlife, I mean, there was this beautiful bear. It was a female, because they said it was a female. I don't know how they know. They don't wear, like, a hat or anything, you know. And then there was an incredible zebra, and it was like a stud zebra. Oh, I don't know that. It's just that Lawrence said, look at that stud zebra. So, you know. And then you saw the bear. The bear was like, well, I'm not doing an impression of a bear. I do no impressions or juggle, by the way. The bear walked over. But, you know, you got to think to yourself, they're animals. We're animals.
Right.
Now, this female bear wanted to go to bed with the zebra. Right? I mean, the zebra was a good-looking zebra. Not that I'm not into animals or anything, but just feel that, you know, the zebra. But do you think that the bear was going to, like, you know, a moment away from, you know, shacking up with the zebra, say, you know something? Smokey's really a great guy. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Not funny, just I want you to think about this because I don't think animals think about it.
See, I don't.
Because I feel, you know, like it went south, you know. I mean, we'd get to bed and she said, I'll race you to sleep.
Yeah.
Which sort of a frightening thing.
That's a tip right there that things aren't working out.
When she had an orgasm, she said, ouch, which I felt was a clue, you know. And the whole orgasm thing. I mean, I had to hire an orgasm posse. I mean, and I had such low self-esteem. I said, I did have an orgasm, but I hid it somewhere in the house. I said, and we're making love, and she says, this is really a nightmare. She says, while we're making love, she says, time is money. Right. Which I felt, where is that at? You know what I mean?
What that means either.
No. I don't know where it means. It means that she was turned off to me.
Time is money, yeah.
Well, I mean, I just, you want to feel loved in bed.
Well, of course you do.
You know, and when you get turned off to your lover,
it goes away.
Forget about it.
Rejection.
Rejection.
Oh, sure.
And before even
humiliation.
And before, I had to announce lovemaking. I had to go, hear ye, before we even started.
Would she ever tape up little notes on the refrigerator that meant anything?
Yeah, oh, she did actually.
Does it matter, Rick? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even want to be with me.
Right.
She leave it like a memo on the fridge, like Tuesday, no intercourse.
Well,
She put that up there, you know.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, look. I'm sorry. Well, you're doing well.
Okay.
I mean, I tried to have, like a simultaneous orgasm thing, and I had to resort to. She actually threw a checkered flag at the. I was sad.
We're trying to wrap it up now.
Are you wrapping it up?
We're trying to wrap it up.
I flew in for.
I know. We're trying to.
Oh, it was one of the greatest voices of all time is coming on tonight.
Who's that?
Phoebe.
Phoebe Snow.
What a voice from heaven.
I don't think we'll have time for it.
Oh,
now.
stop it.
Now we want
to be. All right. I'm sorry. Look. I'm sorry. Okay, just tell you where I'm gonna be. All right.
Have you thought about a decaffeinated coffee, Richard? Here now, if you'd like to go brush with greatness, and we visit with various audience members about people famous or infamous that they have perhaps run into in their past life or in their current life, for that matter. I have no idea what I'm talking about. And I understand that we're using writer's embellishments tonight. Is that correct? All right. Who's first here tonight? Mr. Sam Feldman. Is there a Mr. Feldman? Mr. Feldman, come on down and pick up your frozen turkey. Oh, hi. Sam, how are you? Nice to see you. Sam Feldman getting a nice hand. Sam, where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Lovely town, isn't it? You go to school up there?
Yeah, I go to the Berklee College of Music. I'm here with my friend Adam here.
Adam, nice to see you. And what kind of music are you studying?
I'm studying jazz composition.
And when you get out of college, what do you hope to do?
I'll probably starve, but, I mean, sweep streets, I don't know.
Are you good at what you do?
Hopefully, yeah.
What kind of grades do you get there?
I do pretty well.
Well, like what? Do they give grades at the Berklee College?
Yeah, they do.
Like what is your GPA? Grade point accumulation? Grade point average?
Probably in the high threes.
In the high threes on a 4-point system? Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. All right.
I suppose, yeah.
Sam, you were going to tell us a little story about someone that you had a brush with greatness.
Yes, I did.
Right, go ahead. Tell the people.
Well, several years ago, I was playing tennis with my father at an indoor tennis club in Massachusetts. And then the next court to us, adjacent to us, was Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, wow. NBC's Bill Cosby, yeah.
And, well, it was an accident, but it happened, and we hit a ball into his court.
You hit a ball into Mr. Cosby's court?
Yes, we did.
Oh, my gosh, and then that looked probably,
well,
right?
he had to stop his game to give it back to us. and, well, he gave us a rather icy stare.
I see. Now, unless I miss my guess, I understand there's more to this story. Is that correct?
Yes,
All
there
right,
is.
go ahead and let's hear the rest of it.
Well, we apologized profusely, but the furious Cosby would hear none of it. He produced an assault rifle, and soon the court was littered with the dead and dying.
Oh, my God, what an ugly turn of events. Thank you very much. As a gift, we have for you a bundle of firewood. Thanks, Bob. Good luck to you, sir. Nice job. Sam Feldman. Sam Feldman, a bundle of firewood. Do we have a Maureen Cashin with us? Is there a Maureen Cashin? Hi, Maureen. Nice to see you. How are you?
Good.
Where are you from, Maureen?
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. And you work here in the city? You work out there? What do you do?
I work for CBS News.
CBS in what capacity?
West 57.
Oh, you're on West 50. You know, Connie Chung is coming there, and they're cleaning house.
They're cleaning out my office.
Yeah. So you're gonna be let go?
Hopefully not.
Oh yeah. So you get a chance to work with Connie.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but she throws fits,
Does
so be
she?
careful. Yeah.
Okay.
And oh, let's see. You have a brush with greatness this evening?
Yes.
All right.
Last late summer, I was at the men's finals of the U.S. Open, and I looked
Wait a minute. It's another tennis story.
Yes, it
Morty,
is.
has that ever happened in the 7 years we've been on the air? Unbelievable. And it's in Dolby Sound.
Another first. I was in really great seats, and I looked over to the right, and there was Keith Richards and his whole entourage, his wife.
Keith Richards?
Yeah.
A big tennis fan, Keith Richards?
Yeah, Matt Wielander.
Really? I didn't realize that.
He was rooting on Matt, and I really wanted to get his autograph from my brother, so he was going up the aisle, and I followed after him, and they were still playing, so I went under the rope, and I went right into him. I said, "Oh, hi, Keith." He said, "Oh, hi." I said, "Do you mind if I get your autograph?" He said, "No," and he was holding a hot dog.
Right.
And I had the only thing I could find to write his autograph was my
Packet of mustard?
no, my my U.S. Open ticket. So he said, "I'd give you my autograph if you could just hold my hot dog." So I said, "Okay, fine." So I held his hot dog. And he signed my ticket.
But
That's not all.
But I understand there may be more to this story.
Suddenly, we were distracted by an uproar from the court. Somebody had accidentally knocked a ball into Bill Cosby's spectator box.
Oh, my God!
Only by hitting the ground and staying there did we escape the grisly fate of dozens of the world's top tennis pros.
Oh, you poor dear. Congratulations. You've won a packet of firewood here from Bob Rooney. Good luck to you. I hope you stay over there for quite...
I do too.
Thank you very much, Maureen. We have time for one more? We have time for one more. Is there a Mr. Gimbel with us? Don Gimbel. Oh, hi, Don. How are you? Nice to see you. Where are you from, sir?
Riverside, Connecticut.
Riverside, Connecticut. What do you do for a living?
I run a global investment company here in New York.
Oh, you do not.
Oh, sure I do.
You're selling shoes.
You better, at Gimbel's. Yeah, absolutely.
A global investment?
Yes.
Wow, that sounds very important. Are you making a lot of dough?
Not as much as you are.
Really? I think that's only as it should be, frankly. Okay, we're kind of late here, Don, so
Yes,
tell us
right.
all about your brush with greatness.
Right. I was at a dinner for Bob Hope at the Museum of Broadcasting a couple of years ago. Finished dinner. Decided before Bob came out that I'd better go relieve myself, so I went to the men's room, and I'm standing at the urinal. I look to my left, and Hope is standing next to me. So I said, "Great to see you," and he said, "Well, glad you could come," and that was the end of it.
I guess, I'm afraid to, but I guess I must ask, there's more to this story, isn't there, Don?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
A moment later, I looked over to see Bob pulling off a latex mask, revealing
Jeez, thank
the
God.
deranged. Yes, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Revealing the deranged face of Bill Cosby.
I see.
And
Okay.
Dave,
Bring
that
up
was
the
my-
firewood. There's your firewood, Don. Thank you very much. Pleasure meeting you.